So I'm a fan of mystery shows and crime procedurals, and there's a lot of them on TV, and I try to review the ones that I really like, and this one I'm doing a little bit of a double review, because there are two shows that are incredibly similar, and they're also one was Canadian and one is American. And the Canadian one is currently in its second season, and the American one is in its first season. And I don't know if they're like one was based on the other, or is this kind of serendipity where they're two similar shows going on at the same time. And the Canadian one is called Private Eyes, and the American one is called Take Two.
God, you're Sam Swift.
I'm not about to babysit a spoiled, out-of-control ego.
I haven't needed a babysitter since I was 10.
Sorry, at your age they call them sponsors.
You know, Eddie, you really put the dick in detective.
Whenever I need the inside scoop on hockey, I'll be in touch.
What are you doing in here?
Honey, I think we might be in the wrong hotel room.
Is that Matt Shade?
You guys really don't recognize who this is? It's Kim Kardashian.
So Private Eyes is the Canadian version of the show, and it is starring Jason Priestley and Cindy Sampson. So Jason Priestley is a former professional hockey player. He's, a star, and he, through a series of events, wants to work with Cindy Sampson, who is a private investigator. And, they have, a classic sort of will they or won't they relationship going on. And they solve crimes, like they get, they have a bunch of cases, and each time they solve one. Take Two is starring Rachel Bilson and Eddie Kilbrain. And they are, again, the girl is a famous actress that just went through rehab, and the guy is, a private investigator, and through a series of events, they get together and they start to solve crimes, and they have cases that they solve each week. And they're very similar. You have each one has the one character that is the private investigator, and they have the star that is not a private investigator come in, and they become a partner, and they solve crimes together. And again, the Take Two, they have a very strong will they or won't they. And they have but they both have things where everyone kind of knows the one famous person, and they use that in the cases, and then the actual ones, they solve it. And I think the biggest difference between the two is that in Take Two, the American version, the private investigator has a gun, and he uses it on most episodes. And then this Private Eyes, they do not have guns, but the criminals have guns, and they many times are threatening with them. And it's kind of funny. That's the biggest difference between the two. Honestly, they're both good shows. They have the two leads in both of them. They're gorgeous women and handsome men, and they have good chemistry, both in between both shows. And they have, I think that the secondary cast for Private Eyes is a little better. You have more with the hockey player's family, involved a lot more. And you also have stuff where the actual investigator in the Private Eyes has, her father is dead, and there's, stuff going on with that. And you also have more cops involved. They have some type of relationship with them, but, there's more stuff with that. And Take Two, he is also the main investigator. He has stuff with the cops where he's, having an affair with the one cop. But and there's some stuff, of course, with the actress, but I think that it's a little, the Take Two is maybe a little bit more fluffy, but they're both entertaining. They're both throwaway, fun crime procedurals that are kind of different. That there's not, because they're Private Eyes, they're not actual cops or anything, but they get involved with these cases, and there's a lot of fun. They're both fun shows that aren't anything amazing. But I like both of them a lot. I probably give Private Eyes maybe 8.5 out of 10. I give Take Two an 8 out of 10. If they see them on the Take Two, I think is on one of the main channels. I forget which one. ABC? I'm not sure. But the Private Eyes, I think, is on for America. It's on WGN America. Like it's, I don't know, in my DirecTV, it's like in the 300s or something. I'm sure you can find it elsewhere though. I'm sure it might be available online. But like, I mean, if you like these kind of shows, they're both two fun shows, and I don't know if one inspired the other or it just kind of serendipitously, or if they're both kind of just existing at the same time, like separate from the other. But, I would recommend both of them. But thanks for watching. Share the video playlist on my head or subscribe to me over there. Thanks.